Alright, so here's all of the dolls lined up. Obviously not the complete set because I'll get into the one set that I did not purchase and the reason why and everything. But these are the 3 original Barbie Sew in Style or SIS dolls. And I'm going to just break down a little bit of the accessories, the condition that I got them in, and just kind of my opinions about them. So the first thing that I noticed that I had never noticed before was the brushes. So they all come with pretty standard Barbie brushes with the SIS logo on them. Well, the Barbie logo, but with the curly hair instead of the straight hair. I noticed that Grace and Trichelle's brushes were exactly the same color. That was rather interesting to me. And then Kara's was obviously her blue color. I'm not sure why they couldn't give Trichelle like a purple brush, since purple seems to be her color and pink more Grace's, but it's just an interesting thing I noticed. Obviously I love these backpacks. I have been using them on my show for a long time. I got my first one when I bought Trichelle in 2009 when she was released. I do actually have the fourth dolls backpack right here. Chandra's was a, is there anything in there? Oh yeah, there's some accessories in there. Chandra's, which is the 4th doll, Chandra and her sister Zara. Her backpack was hot pink because hot pink was kind of more her color. This one I got was in very good condition. It came in a set of all 4 backpacks and Kara's karaoke machine. I just thought that was interesting. But they were all the backpacks were different colors. Grace is a light pink, Kara's blue, Trichelle's purple, and then obviously Chandra's was the hot pink. So the standard accessories that they all came with a brush, a backpack, keychain, and the little collector card. And I also noticed that they did come with some other somewhat standardized accessories. They each came with one of these cardboard books about their different interests. Now, obviously, all of this that I'm saying right now, I'm not sure whether or not it applies to Chandra because I don't have one. But Trichelle came with the art book, Kara a music book, and then Grace a dance book. Yeah, I guess that's related to cheerleading. But I also love that they each came with their own sort of individualized accessory pieces, like the foam hand, the megaphone, karaoke machine, the art supplies, and everything like that. So that was also very interesting to me. That while they did come with standard pieces, they all came with their own unique pieces as well. So yeah, I'm also super glad when I opened Kara, I believe I mentioned this, that her bow was not bent, because I had seen another opening video of Kara and the bow was like somewhat really bad. But so the condition I got them in, I think condition wise I'd have to say that Trichelle's set was the best one, in the best condition anyways. There weren't really any rubber band markings like on the Kiana doll or Grace. She was very easy to remove from the box. Her hair was in good condition. It just has a little bit of that box hair type feeling to it. The accessories were all easy to remove. The rubber bands hadn't disintegrated that badly. Worst one, I would have to say probably be Kara, even though Grace was very difficult to get out of the box. I only say Kara because poor little Kiana, because like in the box she was holding her flute, her hair I'm gonna need to wash and restyle because it's very sticky. Oh, interesting thing about the little sister dolls though, these are Chelsea shoes. I put them on to illustrate, like, what? Why don't the Chelsea shoes fit? But Kiana's boots, oh gosh, yeah, Kiana does not need to wear shoes, you know. Her feet, I don't understand that. Kiana's boots here were extremely hard to remove. Like, it literally took me almost a full hour, not consecutively, but it almost took me a full hour to remove her shoes. So that's why she doesn't have shoes right now. But it was quite difficult. But if you notice, Kiana, she has the rubber band markings here and here. The mark on her leg. Her hair was like, but still, everything fixable. Except the indentions, obviously. But I don't think that's too much of a problem. But it's just illustrating. And then I'd say the other really bad one was Grace, because her rubber band was like literally glued to the box. But very easy to remove. Well, not really, but I did get her out of the box. And I don't think that any of these dolls will be worse from the wear from their stay in the boxes. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to like clean up the hair, try and get rubber band residue off of them and some of the accessories. But yeah, I would say that my hunt for the 3 OG SIS dolls was very profitable. So now, the price points. This is the part that you guys have been waiting for. The price points. I will say, I feel like I may have probably overpaid for these dolls, only because I remember the retail price. So, a little bit of backstory. The doll that I had when I was a kid, I only had Trishelle, because my mom said that the dolls were too expensive, even though I just spent like 10 times the price that my mom would have. But I was homeschooled, and when these dolls were released and I saw the commercials on TV, I was so psyched. And all of my friends had these dolls, because I had a lot of friends growing up that just we all loved Barbie. I was more into American Girl, but most of my friends liked Barbie. And when they saw the new dolls come out and everything, they just had to get them. They had to. And it was also the first time, I'm referencing the Meet the Creator video. Definitely go see that. It's a great watch. I love the designer of these dolls. She's amazing. And this was the first time in Barbie history that they had made African American dolls that had authentic face molds. And I've zoomed in on these dolls before, but here, let me zoom in here on the faces. So if you notice, they have the fuller nose, the fuller lips, and everything. And they have Trishelle has super curly hair, very true to life. And I had friends growing up who were African American, and they loved these dolls. They were so enthralled by them. And even some of my friends that were older than me, they would get these dolls and they would put them on display and things like that, and they loved them. So pretty much everybody that I knew at that time, they had these dolls. They just loved them. And I wanted Trishelle, because she was into art and photographs, and I was super into photography growing up, in case you can't tell from this channel. I was super into photography and everything like that, so I had to have Trishelle. And I begged my mom for her, and she said, okay, if you finish this current school book that we're working on, I'll get you the doll. So I finished it. We went to Walmart. She bought me the doll. She was like, this doll costs $20? What? And so I didn't get the other two. I did later get the little sister Janessa doll by herself, who was $6 at the time, guys. $6. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I tell you what these dolls cost now. So, first of all, the second Janessa doll that I had, I got her because I really wanted Janessa's matching backpack. So I did end up getting her. I saved up chore money. I used to make like $5 a week, so I saved up 2 weeks and I got Janessa. Now on eBay, the Janessa that I purchased for $6 is going for an average of $75, you guys. Between $50 to $75 on the secondhand market. Like, what the heck? Inflation. Oh my gosh. I personally think it's from the short lifespan that these dolls had. The SIS dolls did not sell for very long. These are easier to find. Chandra, and then I think there was a boy doll later. Yeah, there was a boy doll later. They were towards the end of the run of the Sew In Style dolls, so they are a lot harder to find. The reason I did not get Chandra and Zara is because their average retail price on the secondhand market now is between $300 to $500. So I did not buy her. I was already spending like way too much money on these dolls, but I did not buy Chandra and Zara. However, if I find them later at a reasonable price, I may purchase them and I will post a video about it. But that's only, guys, if you see a video with Chandra and Zara on this channel, you'll know that I came up on a great deal. But anyways, so what I paid for these dolls. Grace, I paid $126 for Grace and Courtney. Cara and Kiana, I paid $113. Trishelle and Janessa, I paid $107. Now, do I think they're worth it? To me, obviously yes, because I've wanted these dolls since I was a kid. Unfortunately, I lost my original Trishelle and Janessa dolls. And also, if I find them, because they're probably in storage, because my mom saved all of my dolls from when I was a kid. So they're probably in storage. If I find them, I will do a video about them. I just know, guys, they are going to be wrecked. Like, they are going to be pretty much destroyed. Because I was so rough on dolls when I was a kid. Guys, you have no idea. I mean, you've seen my childhood Addie doll. Like, her limbs are messed up. Her hair is destroyed. Same with my childhood Lindsay doll. Her limbs are just completely... They're like loosey-goose, basically. Now, do I think that they're worth it for that price point? I think if you have sentimental attachment to these dolls and you really, really want them, sure, they're definitely worth it. For the accessories that you get, if you're just wanting the accessory pieces, I would recommend the backpack because it's very useful in filming and stuff. And it also just makes an adorable display piece because of all the detailing and stuff. So I would recommend trying to find those separately because the backpacks separately aren't that bad. You can get them for like $5. That's worth it to me. The set of backpacks that I got, I paid $7.50 and I got all 4 backpacks and Cara's karaoke machine. So to me, that was a good deal. At $20, which was their original retail price, definitely 100% worth it. I wish I had gotten more of them, but well, I was a kid. I what can I say? But yeah, I am so super happy to have all of these dolls in my collection now. And if you can find them at a thrift store for a good price, I've seen a lot of people that have found them at thrift stores for like 20 to 30 bucks. So I mean, if you can find them for that, totally pick one up. They are so worth it. So yeah, I think that's about all I will say on this line of dolls. You will definitely be seeing these beautiful ladies and their accessories in my videos and in the Sage Family series. So definitely check them out. And I think I have some other videos where I talk more about these dolls and I have some commentary on them. If I do have those published, I will link them below. They're also going to be in my behind the scenes playlist on Sage Family, so totally go check that out. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye now.